Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Pranam to Guruji, pranam to the friends of all the friends of S. Vyasa. My humble pranam to the viewers. Friends, last episode we have discussed about Jagrat Swapna Sushupti and how the mind becomes the Mahan or Mahat before going to the deep sleep state, and how the same mind, once turns back, it goes to the dream state. Those things we have discussed, and we are doing research on Sagunahi Agunahi Nahi Kuch Veda, Gavahi Muni Purana Vide Veda. So what Tulsidas ji is telling, that there is no difference in Sagun and Agun, or we can say that having matter and energy, there is no difference, but at the same time he is giving the emphasis that this is being repeatedly told by even Muni, Puran, Buddha Purush and Veda also. Today we are going to take up one of the Munis, what he tells about Sagunahi Agunahi in terms of his own philosophy. That Muni, that Rishi is very famous, and he has given Sankhya principle. He is Kapila Muni, and Kapila Muni gave the Sankhya principle, by which we'll analyze today, by which how the Sagunahi Agunahi Nahi Kachu Veda is endorsed. Before going to the deep of that, what is Sankhya? We say that there is a cosmology of Sankhya, somebody calls it. Cosmology means it is a doctrine of the creation, and how the creation, the doctrine tells how the creation happens in the universe, the whole universe. So that is a doctrine, or we can say documentation related to the cosmos, where we know the concept of creation. At the same time, Sankhya philosophy, it is cosmology of Sankhya, they call it. So cosmology we have understood that it is related to the cosmos, where all the lokas or all the domains like physical domain, subtle domain and spiritual domains are covered. Now, what is his philosophy? What is the Sankhya philosophy? So Sankhya philosophy, what philosophy he gives? He tells that the Prakriti or nature is the creator, and he creates the matter. Prakriti creates the matter with the help of substances taken from Brahman or from the Purusha. That is one line we can say, or in one term we can say, that creation of matter by the Prakriti or by the nature with the help of the ingredients taken from the Purusha. That is what is Sankhya philosophy or Sankhya principle. So with these two analyses, we will see how the Kapila Muni, he gave this type of concept, and what is the implication or what way it is going to help us. Swami Vivekananda used to tell about Kapila Muni. He used to say that Kapila Muni was the first philosopher in human race or in human civilization. Not only that, he was the first philosopher, but he was the first scientist also. because he has found the secret of Prakriti or secret of nature, how secretly Prakriti or nature is creating matter and what are the ingredients in that. So that matter is fully covered up and matter is till its life is there, it exists in the whole universe. So that way the secret of nature was revealed by Kapila Muni, and he gave a concept what chronological order in the sense that what way Prakriti is taking what ingredients and how the creation proceeds from one end to other end. So that is a mystery. I mean, he has told the mystery of Prakriti or nature. Science has evolved in 20th century, but Kapila Muni came certainly hundreds, thousands years ago, long ago, and he gave the concept, which now gets endorsed by the scientists. After development of particle physics, or you can say that quantum field theory, they also give, they provide the similar kind of concept what Kapila Muni had given, only terms or words are different. But concept given by Kapila Muni, revealed by Kapila Muni, thousands of years ago, long ago, holds good even today. So that's why we can call him as the first scientist on the earth. And he gave the concept which is completely valid, which is getting endorsed by even today's science. So this is all about Kapila Muni, and he gave the concept. Now, let us see what way Veda tells about this concept, or what way Veda is coming into picture. In Rig Veda, there are certain slokas which tells that this creation started not, and behind the creation there was something. It is not that from nothing anything can come up. Means Prakriti has taken up the matter from the behind scenario, and that scenario was Purusha scenario. So to understand this perfectly or little bit clear way, we have to go to the Akshar domain. Name itself indicates that Akshar domain indicates that there is no Chara. Chara means destruction. There is a domain in the cosmos where three things exist, and they do not have any kind of destruction. They are always present. That's why they are called eternal and infinite. So in Akshar domain, there are three substances or padarth. Veda call it padarth. They are God, soul, and nature or Prakriti. So they are eternal as well as infinite, and they never get destroyed. In the three substances, between God remains beyond creation. So only soul and Prakriti, they both are going to play a role in the creation. And by that way, Prakriti or nature gets the substances from the soul region, that is having a space and energy, and that those ingredients only nature is going to use to make any kind of matter in the universe, whether it is planets, stars, galaxy, or animates, inanimates. So what we understood from Akshar Padarth, that Prakriti takes the help of certain ingredients, and those ingredients are brought from the higher range, or from the soul range, or you can say from energy and the space domains. So and that is the scenario. But Prakriti doesn't do the work. Prakriti is managing director. So she recalls one a special intelligence or one cosmic intelligence that is called Mahan. As we have seen the Mahan in the case of Jagrat Swapna Susupti, when the mind itself becomes a Mahan with the help of Prakriti, and the Prakriti helps to get the surrounding or condition, a sort of good atmosphere for mind to have the Sato Guna as well as Udana Prana, then only mind becomes mind gets mind becomes the Mahan or a sort of Mahat. Similarly, the case here. Similarly, the phenomena in the case of Sankhya principle also. So Prakriti calls Mahan, means make a tattva cosmic mind as Mahan. And that cosmic mind brings all the ingredients from the upper zone or from energy and the space domain. To understand the scenario, let us take an example. We have seen in the Narayan Upanishad, the Narayan once he wanted to, Adi Narayan wanted to emerge, then he had taken the two aspects, one is Sarupa, otherwise is Svabhava. And Sarupa is nothing, we have seen already, Sarupa is nothing but a sort of space, providing the domain of space, and Svabhava provides the domain of energy. And that is equivalent to science as a quark and lepton. That we have already seen while previous analysis of when Siaram subject dani. In that analysis we have seen. Similarly the case here. Here Prakriti calls Mahat. So Mahat is nothing but universally divided element or universally present element which is nothing but the cosmic dust. Cosmic dust, or we can say the which takes a sort of which gets the changes inside, that cosmic dust, or that is sometimes called formative dust also. So that formative dust or cosmic dust brings in one hand the tanmatra. Tanmatra is nothing but droplets of energy. And other hand, the same Mahat or cosmic dust brings the power of the God, or you can say it brings the prana. So in one hand, neutrally charged ahankara, droplet of the energy is there, and the other hand, prana is there. So droplet of energy where tanmatra comes down, that region becomes the space, or we can say that in scientific term that is the quark, and other region where prana is there, that become ahankara. Ahankara means it is a sort of a domain by which three zones are or three segments are brought out. So that's why it is called ahankara. So one side is one ahankara related to tanmatra, and other side is two ahankara. And that tanmatra, having five tanmatras, sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, and gandha. And these five tanmatras bring five panchamahabhuta, that is ether, air, fire, water, and earth. So totally in the space side, there are 10 elements, 5 tanmatra, and 5 panchamahabhuta. Similarly, other side, prana side, where ahankar is brought. Ahankar has got three domains. One is mind, other intellect, and third is self.
Only two ahankara are there.
And they, in terms, they are the possessor of 5 karmindriya and 5 jnanindriya. And they get connected with the whatever came from the space side. So altogether it is like a garland. Means both together join hands, and they become a sort of circular, cyclic way. Means from anywhere you can count anything. And Sankhya is also a counting. You see that how Kapila Muni has seen that how many elements are really taking part in any creation. So what he found that 5 tanmatra is in the base, and then 5 panchamahabhuta is the
Outcome of first ahankara and remaining two ahankara.
there. That is mind, manas, buddhi, intellect, and self, ahankara. And
Those two ahankara.
takes care of 5 jnanindriya and karmindriya, means sensory organs and action organs. So, in the one side, left hand side, Akasa side, they have got 10 elements or 10 in number, and in the Akasa side or in the side of Hankara side, we can say now in this term, in the term of Sankhya or in the terms of Kapila Muni. So,
two ahankara.
There is 13 elements, 3 Ahankara and 10 Indriya. So total 23 elements are taking part in creation. But Mahat brings all the things. So Mahat is another element is also taken care. So that is become 24. And all the jobs, all the creation is done by Prakrithi for Purusha. So including Purusha, that becomes 25 elements. There is a verse in Veda that, or in Sankhya philosophy darshan, Sankhya darshan, that tells, that verse clarifies there are only 25 elements in the visible universe by which any matter is being created. So these 25 elements get endorsement by the Kapila Muni, and he actually, Prakrithi was already doing, nature was already doing. But once he had, he dove with research, or he dove with a mind, pure mind to that extent, he got the clarity what way Prakriti or nature was doing the job, and what, and that he found out very chronological order. What does it mean? Suppose he found out, but what message it gives? So it gives the message that whatever way Prakriti has done for us, we have become the matter. Now, if we know this process of Sankhya principle, then all the 23 elements which are present in us, or whatever way it is there, so those elements, if we purify, then we can reach to the topmost zone of Brahman. That's what message is giving. So he gives us a clue, or human being he tells that, okay, Prakriti has done the job, it has brought us in certain form, with certain karma and all things is done. But we have got this sort of privilege, or we can transform ourselves from the gross matter, whatever we are a gross matter, to the subtlest energy, we can get transformed. So that concept it gives. Now, as we understood that 25 elements are present in the whole cosmos to have the creation, whether creation of Brahman is there, or reaching to Brahman is there, or reaching to the very gross matter. Now, what is utility of this concept? Okay, Kapila Muni has given this kind of concept, and he did a good job for whole human kind, and he gave a sort of concept that by That way we can get evolved. We can further reach to the energy level, what being matter level to energy level. So that itself shows that there is no, as Tulsidas is claiming, that there is no difference between Saguna and Aguna. As a matter, we are Saguna, and we can become the Aguna, reaching to the Brahman after evolution. So there is no difference. And there is no difference between energy and matter. It can be transformed anytime by proper or conducive conditions. So that way, the Sankhya principle also endorses the concept of Saguna, Sagunahi, Agunahi, Nahi Kachuveda. But now let us see what is the utility of this. If that is a sort of clarity we got, there is no difference between Sagunahi, Agunahi, but is there any utilization or is there a utility of this concept in day-to-day life or in certain other concepts, evolving other concepts? Yes, we see that this Sankhya principle has become the basis of Vedanta. It is also the basis of Bhagavad Gita. Basis means it has given the many aspects, many good analysis it gives with the help of this concept in Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna is describing. So it is the base of Bhagavad Gita also you can say, and Vedanta as well as Patanjali has also taken this as a base, and he has evolved further for making Chittavritti Nirodha, or getting the man without having any vritti in the chitta or mind modification. What way Vedanta is utilizing this? In Vedanta, if you call any Vedantic scholar, Vedantic spiritual master, and Vedanta, he says that Vedanta tells that we all are Brahman. When we are Brahman, they say that now only, at present, at the moment when we are asking the question, when we are Brahman, that moment itself we are Brahman. And where you are Brahman, wherever you exist. It is not that Brahmanhood we can get in some sort of in some temple or some church or mosque, but wherever you exist, wherever you are staying, there itself you are Brahman. That concept, evolving that concept and giving the clarity of that concept, that we are Brahman at present, all the moment we are Brahman, and to have this clarity, Vedantic concept, they take the analysis of Kapila Muni, that is Sankhya principles. And similarly, Bhagavad Gita, as I mentioned, that 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the importance of Sankhya principle has been described, and the utility of the same is mentioned there. And now Patanjali, as we mentioned, that Patanjali also trying to reach the highest top state, and Patanjali further added in the Sankhya principle, that Sankhya principle is okay, we can reach to the Brahman and we can again come back. But how to hold the Brahmanhood, that is Samadhi. So he has given a little better, he has added some more, not element he has added, but process he has added, so that after reaching to Brahmanhood, we can enjoy the bliss of the Brahman. So that way Patanjali had also taken its Sankhya principle as a base. In addition to that, if we go to the Chinese system,
Yang and
the
yin.
Chinese system principle they have developed is nothing but Purusha Prakriti concept here. But they have got one advantage by developing this, that they have used this
Yang and yin.
in principle, yang and in principle in day-to-day life, or we can say that this principle is very useful for their to keep them good health and prosperity. And that kind of analysis they can get it with that yang and in principle. In addition, science has developed in 20th century, and they also got the result in quantum field theory, or you can say the particle uh, elementary particle models, they also got the similar kind of concept where they also get the 23 elements in action as well as totally 25 elements for creating an object. That we'll see once while dealing with the topic. So what I mean to say that the utility of Sankhya principle are many. First of all, in Sanatana Dharma, what are the scriptures are there or what other methodology are there. There also Sankhya is the base, like Vedantic concept, like Bhagavad Gita and Patanjali principle, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. At the same time, it provides the good base for the Yang and Yin principle of Chinese system. And in addition to that, it has other science endorses the Sankhya principle or Sankhya principles endorses the concept achieved by science in terms of particle models. So these are the utilities. Now, let us conclude that while analyzing all the things, we found that the statement of Tulsidas ji that Sagunahi Agunahi Nahi Kachveda, Gavahi Muni, first he said Muni, Gavahi Muni, Puran Veda. Earlier episode we have seen, we have taken the example of Puran and other concept of science also we have taken. In fact, we have taken the Brahman Maya concept. But this episode we are taking the Muni, like Kapila Muni, what he gave the Sankhya principle and how the same endorses the concept of Sri Tulsidas ji, what he has written in Ramayana, that Sagunahi Agunahi Naikatu Veda. That holds good. Thank you. Let's have prayer. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.